What up, fellas? So I have a little would you rather. Would you rather be able to control your dreams every single night, so it could be whatever you want, or be able to fall asleep whenever you want and wake up feeling well rested 100%? So like you could go to sleep being hammered drunk, feeling sick, yada, 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 and wake up feeling completely new, or control your dreams. Let me know.
Well, one is a practical tool, like a practical thing you could use. One's just like kind of cool.
What was the first one?
Control your dreams,
Right.
Or be able to wake up like without a hangover, basically is what he said, right, Nick?
Control when you go to sleep, and when you wake up, you're well rested and like feel good.
Oh, if you could give me that, control when I fall asleep and when I wake up, I'd be a different person.
Okay, now I agree. And it's wild to me that one of like the major problems, whenever we talk about these things, like why didn't they teach us this and why didn't they tell us about that? Like letting people know that when you become an adult, and it's like an adult, I think you gotta be like 30 plus, that sleeping is gonna be hard. Like what? I was not prepared for that. And I remember being like, who needs Ambien? Like just close your eyes, go to sleep, you're good to go. And it's like sober sleep. Natural sleep is a thing of the past for your boy. And I just want my body to stop. Just stop my fucking wheels from spinning. Just go to sleep, get some rest, and wake up in the morning. And I can't do it. And so then I take Benadryl, I smoke weed, I do melatonin, then I'm groggy, I'm doing edibles, the whole nine. And then you're a wreck in the morning. So yeah, to be able to be like, go to sleep right now, wake up right now, you always feel good.
And like I would do it at like 10 p.m. because I know I'm not doing anything anymore. Like I know I'm done for the day, but I know I'll also sit there for 6 more hours and watch TV.
Yeah.
So I can just be like, asleep, bam. Wake up, bam. Because I like last night I had it again where it's just like, it's basically a weekly occurrence for me now where I just don't go to bed that night. And basically I pull an all-nighter. I'll take like,
God, that's crazy.
I'll take a lot of micro naps. Like there'll be a lot of times where I'll fall asleep for 15 minutes and then we just wake up again like, and then go. But what I did last night, because I'll tell you what, would have been pretty nice to have that dream ability here. Because last night I had a fucking dream that was fucking awesome. And
you're new to the dream world still. It's still only like a year or two old, right?
Buddy. This one, me and Tommy Brady went out on his yacht.
Oh,
and
wow.
it was at his house. It's not his real house. It was at this house that was built in the middle of Boston. It's this castle in the middle of Boston that Tom Brady owns, and it's on a river. And he has a huge yacht that he keeps outside it. And like we went over, we were just drinking, hanging out with Giselle, having a good time, and we went on a yacht ride. And I thought this was so real, I had my phone in my hand to text my friend, being like, "Hey, you'll never guess what just happened," and to tell him this story about me being on a yacht with Tom Brady. And then I realized, like, you're on the couch, dude. But as we're like leaving the Boston Harbor, and then Tom's just kind of sitting there with a drink, and I said, "Look, I know how you're going to answer this question because I know you're a modest guy, but do you ever just look around here and think, man, this is kind of the city that Tommy built?" And he went, "Fuck yeah, I do." And I said, "Oh, I love you."
I mean, that's an entirely real dream. Like, that's exactly probably what would happen.
That was like
so cocky.
It was like I was like, wait, no. The Office is still playing.
That's the worst feeling.
Yeah.
And that's why, as valuable.
It's still like that. That was so real in my head that really happened.
So
I really did
if you think about that, I think there's an incredible amount of everyday, real, tangible value to being able to say, go to sleep, wake up, feel rested. If you could control your dreams, and you know that, going to sleep becomes the best thing. Like, that means every night you go on a vacation. That means every night you go to heaven. That means, and because I'm assuming you can remember it and you can live it and it's more lucid and you can pick it happening. So every day I'd be like, I'm going home. I'm going to bed and I'm going to like hang out with Tom Brady. I'm going to fuck this girl. I'm going to go to the moon. I'm going to see aliens.
But then we'd get into a Black Mirror, a danger zone.
Definitely.
Right.
Definitely. I would just try to sleep 24 hours a day and control my life and control my dreams.
Then because you'd get too wrapped up in your dream world.
It needs to be Inception. I need to have
you'd have
top.
Yeah, but then you'd start taking all that melatonin and that Benadryl and those edibles to sleep all day because you know you've created this whole new world for you. I mean, basically, it's kind of like what happens with like Chinese gamers who die at the desk.
Yeah,
kind of deal.
Yeah.
They just took so much Red Bull to stay up and play like this simulated world.
And also
created.
the come down of like when you wake up and it's like back to the dick sucking factory for another 9 hours. Like, I can't wait till I get back to my dream world where I have like a beautiful wife and $1 million and all that. So every time you're in your waking life, you'd be depressed.
Right. Yeah. That's
and then you'd probably get to the point you'd be eating so much melatonin and sleeping so much that your new dream it wouldn't be sex and money and shit. You'd be like, I just don't want to be groggy. I just don't want to be sleeping. Like the whole thing would flip around. But I think in the beginning, the mental health aspect, you never watch Star Trek, right? You're not a fucking loser like me. But Star Trek,
bro?
yeah, bro. Star Trek is fire.
I don't know why I asked, like, surprised. Like,
Star Trek, The Next Generation, fire.
is that the one that's with Captain Picard?
Picard, Jean-Luc Picard. They got something called the holodeck.
Do you watch, like, the new ones, too?
No.
I heard the new ones are pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of cashed out at. I like the movies, but
Yeah, that's what I mean, the movies.
oh,
Like,
yeah,
Chris
okay.
Pine and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
those are fire.
Yeah,
Those are great.
okay.
Chris Pine's the fucking man. Most underrated Chris in Hollywood. Fuck you chicks in the office. I like Chris Evans too, but Chris Pine is that dude. They have a holodeck, and it's like it kind of looks like the green screen room. You walk in, and it's just like 4 walls, and you pick a hologram. You just be like, I want to be on a yacht in the 1700s, and the computer makes it happen. You just get to like live out a fucking dream. Fire.
See, that doesn't sound great to me. That just sounds like you're sitting in a green room.
But you're not. I mean, it turns into like, it's like super advanced technology.
Okay.
But then you can be like, oh shit, it's like 3:00. I got a meeting. Like holodeck off, and you're back in the green screen room.
All that shit scares me. All that shit's too dangerous.
Well, it's like taking hallucinogenic drugs in a way. I'm afraid to do that. But it's like if you could control it, you know.
But if you can control it, that means you can just do it forever too. Like
Well, right.
I'd fall in love with that world. Just be like, fuck it, lock
Yeah,
it.
that happens. That's part of Star Trek for
Really?
sure. Yeah. But then it's like, who cares? As long as you can fucking do it all the time.
And just throw away all your responsibilities.
You hate your real life.
Yeah.
yeah, it is tough. Better to just make your own life decent, you know? Next up.